Coming up on News You Can Use, 50 years of history has been unearthed in Hatboro. Link Crew welcomes the class of 2022, and the new school year rallies its students to join new clubs. All these stories and more coming up. Hello and welcome to this edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Amanda Trevel. Let's get started. What better way than to start the school year with an awards ceremony? Champions of Learning is a yearly celebration when all teachers and staff members come together and overlook the past school year. Hatboro-Horsham School District is ready to kick off another school year, which means time for the annual Champions of Learning ceremony. Over 30 teachers and staff members of the district were honored with this award. The last award of the day was for an employee that overcame an impossible challenge.
It's humbling. It's really humbling because everyone was so supportive during everything, and while I had medical issues, everybody else took all the slack up and supported me in every way. They're an amazing family at Hatboro-Horsham. Amazing.
Congratulations to this year's winners. Keep up the hard work. For HHTV, I'm Amanda Trevel. Congratulations again to this year's winners. We will be on the lookout for next year's Champions of Learning. First day of school can be either a time of celebration or sadness for some students. HHTV was there to capture the high school's first day, along with Keith Valley and the new Hallwell Crooked Billet Learning Community. Only 250 more days until summer. Walking out the doors on your first day of school can bring on a lot of different feelings. Luckily for the class of 2022, there's a group of students to help ease the transition into high school.
Good morning, class of 2022! What we do here at Link Crew is we attempt to ease the transition for freshmen. As they come in for their first day of school, they're the only ones in the building. So they get a chance to come in and they go through one giant icebreaker, and eventually they'll break off into groups and they'll go with their Link Crew. Now their Link Crew is their leaders, a junior and senior that they'll be with for their entire freshman year.
So the activities that we're doing today with our Link Crew children is just to get them to open up and meet new people, meet new faces. They're just basically learning how to solve challenges and solve problems, because even though they're just activities, like, they go a long way in high school, because overall, like, that's what high school is about, like learning how to juggle responsibilities and solve problems.
They'll check in on them weekly, they'll text them, they'll call them if they need a hand, whether it's studying or, information about a club or whatever it might be. That Link leader is going to be there for them.
We are here to invade the high school!
So this is our 5th year running Link Crew. We have had a lot of success. We have a very competitive Link Crew program, and kids actually want to be a part of it. Kids really want to help here. They really want to be part of this experience and to learn all of the leadership techniques and tools that Link Crew has to offer.
First, they all started out a little quiet and a little shy, and they're already starting to open up more about themselves and to talk more to each other.
My first day's been going good, and I was a little nervous, but I think I'm better now. Link Crew leaders kind of help you get out of that shell.
The impact that Link Crew can have on freshmen is tremendous. No longer are they alone. Do they have to walk the halls alone and wonder if anyone's going to talk to them, especially on their first day of school. And we train our leaders over the summer for 16 hours to learn how to deal with all types of kids and help ease their transition into high school. Most of the times we find that on the inside, they really are happy that someone is there to hold their hand and walk them through their first few weeks, their first few months, and their first freshman year.
It did take some of the anxiety out, because my Link leaders, they helped me get around the school, and they helped me with more and more life lessons and things to do for future years here at Hatboro-Horsham.
We can make the best experience for everybody when they come in on the first day of school.
Almost 400 new students walk down the halls of Hatboro-Horsham High School. If you are interested in joining Link Crew for the upcoming years, you can contact Jim Shields or Vanessa DeLuca. Back to school also means time for the activities fair. Along with joining sports, there are also about 30 clubs at Hatboro-Horsham High School that students can join. Megan Rosenthal reports.
On Thursday, September 13th, Hatboro-Horsham High School hosted its annual activities fair. Students could find out what clubs and activities the school offers. Representatives from each club were there to recruit new people and to share information on what their club does. One of these clubs is a Link Crew.
Link Crew is a bunch of things. If you take the class, you do a lot of in-school, making the school better place, and you do a lot of community outreach. And then what Link Crew actually is we are like a buddy system for the freshmen.
There were over 30 tables set up in the courtyard advertising different clubs, including the French Club, the Math Club, and the History Club.
There's several things. There's movie days, there's a national competition, National History Day, and then you can also do reenactments at Graham Park.
Also present was the awarding Robotics Club.
In this club, we are a large group of people who get together to design, build, and program a robot to compete against other robots in a worldwide competition.
Over 1,000 students showed up to see clubs that were interesting to them. This was especially impactful for the freshmen.
I'm looking for a theater club, drama club. I love theater. It's my biggest passion.
Overall, the activities fair is a great way to help students get more involved, experience new things, and have fun doing it.
Reporting for HHTV, this is Megan Rosenthal. Clubs are a great way to find out your passion and possibly even your future career, like HHTV. Crooked Billet may be under construction, but that doesn't stop us from learning. A time capsule was unearthed under the Crooked Billet Revolutionary War Monument. Let's take a look.
When we opened this time capsule, what we pulled out were essentially items from 1967, 1968, in that general time period.
The box was actually placed in a crypt-like fashion in the base of the Crooked Billet Monument. And as the monument was being disassembled for refurbishment for the new school, it was discovered.
I knew it was removed from the ground over the summer. I had seen what the box looked like over the summer, so I was really excited to come in today and actually be here to see all this as it came out.
Local newspapers, church bulletins, Time magazine, Life magazine, the yellow pages are here, and there are letters. There's a letter from the mayor stuck to the lid of the box, pictures and postcards, commemorative plates and tiles, coins. I mean, pretty much everything you would expect if a community was trying to document a moment in time.
I thought it was wonderful that within the actual time capsule there was a handwritten letter from a student who had made a contribution to the time capsule based on his own hobbies and interests, and also talked about what he wanted to have happen to those items when it was unearthed. So he wanted to kind of leave his legacy and make his mark at a very young age, and I thought that was exciting.
To teenage coin collectors at the discretion of the committee in charge. Jim Davidson, April 10th, 1967.
OMG.
They're in surprisingly good condition for the material they're made of. The newspapers are all pulp paper, and they're very damp. They are not going to last very long historically. Fortunately, most of this has already been archived and documented. We would just want to make sure that what is here is documented elsewhere digitally.
I think it's fascinating that this time capsule is really representative of the community, the larger community, the school community, that it does not just encompass our school from 1967, but it also is the borough, the county, the local region.
The stack of items will be vetted by the historians who are involved with the project to decide which are the most important, and then those objects will go on probably to a paper conservator to preserve those things that need to be preserved.
We're in the process now of finalizing plans for our rotunda and our history wall and display cases. So I think we will have to take what we unearthed from this time capsule and figure out how it would best fit in the new school.
You never know what you're going to get into when you start a project like this. I didn't even know what the box was made of before I came. So you have to solve the problem of figuring out how to get it open, and then it's a treasure hunt. And there are tons of treasures in here, historical moments that are just kind of irreplaceable.
The new new Crooked Billet School will display some of the artifacts within their rotunda and history wall. Well, that will do it for this edition of News You Can Use. I'm Amanda Treville, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and check out our new website, hh-tv.com. Thanks, and have a great day.